But back on Leading Edge, he is State Senator Matt Dolan, Republican, wants to be U.S. Senator. You see his ads on the air. We were talking about the southern border. Let me wrap it up with this. Do you, Senator, favor a path to citizenship for immigrants already here, including the kids who were brought here, not of their own doing, by their parents years ago?
Fair question. I am going to stay laser focused on securing the border. Those are questions that we need to answer. But when we try to do everything at once, we get nothing. And that's why we have the problem. So we have got to create a bipartisan effort to secure the border, stop the flow.
Okay.
Then we can have a meaningful discussion about what we do with those who are here. But until we secure the border, we can't have any other discussions.
The man you want to replace, Rob Portman, was a central negotiator, as you well know, Senator, in the federal infrastructure bill that passed the U.S. Congress on a bipartisan fashion, which will bring millions, or is it billions, to Ohio. Republicans were urged to vote against it. Many did, to give Biden no victory. You supported that bill, didn't you?
I did, for lots of reasons. First of all, you don't make politics at the expense of the Ohio worker, the Ohio economy. And that's what my opponents are doing. They're playing politics at the expense of workers and energy or economics. Look, one of the reasons I'm the best candidate in this race is because I have experience, which means I know the difference between a good bill and a bad bill. The infrastructure bill negotiated by Portman allows for an influx of money for short-term jobs, short-term meaning 3 to 5 years, and long-term economic development, including in the Toledo area, your ports.
Yeah.
Build Back Better is a bad bill because it expands the role of government. It increases the role of spending. It makes people more dependent on government. So knowing the difference is important. Then when you have the former president of the United States telling candidates don't support this bill because it gives them a win, and they listen to him and not Ohio, to me that's disqualifying. How are you going to go to Washington and say you're fighting for Ohio when the first chance you had a chance to do it, you didn't step up?
That's why I wanted this guy on my show. Also, Mike Gibbons. And I'm looking at this stuff between Mandel and Gibbons, throwing stuff back and forth. It would appear that they think each other is the person to beat. Mike Gibbons says the middle class doesn't pay its fair share in taxes. You're not exactly middle class, to be fair, Matt Dolan, but you exploded on that one. Why? I mean, on a percentage basis, I guess you could make his case. Your thoughts?
Well, no one should be paying more income tax. And to me, that just kind of shows a couple things. It shows that Mike, again, is not running a campaign that reflects what Ohioans are talking about and need. Ohioans don't need to pay more income tax. Ohioans need to make sure that they have the money in their pocket to reinvest in their families, reinvest in their businesses. And this idea that there's a fair share out there, no, there's an idea that government needs to be more efficient and effective. So it is requiring less and less from its citizens, but providing more and more. And that's I've cut income taxes. I've cut manufacturing taxes. I've cut capital gains taxes. We need to cut the federal corporate tax rate in America so that we make jobs want to come back to Ohio in America. So, look, Mike, he's inconsistent. He says one thing and then he blames the press, or he says he's taken out of context. These are important jobs. Public servants, you need to be transparent and honest with your constituents.
That's going to do it for time. Man, I wish I had more. I'll tell you what, you get it done in May 3rd, and then we'll talk a lot more.
I look forward to it. I love the interchange. Thank you very much.
Hey, State Senator Matt Dolan wants to be U.S. Senator. Thanks for spending time with us, bringing us up to speed and keeping us on the leading edge, as we like to say here on Leading Edge, of his campaign. When I come back, we're going to jump over to the Democratic side of things and the gubernatorial race. This is Leading Edge.